everybody, Dr. Joe Bufiel here, another spinal workshop. And this one, well, hopefully it won't put you to sleep, but it is about why we sleep, unlocking the power of sleep and dreams by Matthew Walker, PhD. You know, a lot of us really suffer from getting the right amount of sleep. And this is a great opportunity. We're going to do a two-part workshop series on tips to getting good sleep. Okay, so tune in, and we're going to go through 6, and then we're going to tune in again and get another 6 in there. But this is a great opportunity. So I ask in the beginning here, share this, like it, subscribe to our channel so you get more great information to empower yourself, to be inspired. All right, thank you. All right, everybody, here we are again, and today we're going to be doing part 1 of the 12 tips of healthy sleeping. Tip number 1, stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. As creatures of habit, people have a hard time adjusting to changes in sleep patterns. Sleeping later on weekends won't fully make up for lack of sleep during the week, and will make it harder to wake up early on Monday morning. I can attest to this. Set an alarm for bedtime. Often we set alarms for when it's time to wake up, but fail to do so for when it's time to go to bed. That is something new. I haven't tried that, so maybe I'll start doing that too. If there's only one piece of advice you remember and take from these 12 tips, this might be it. So set an alarm for when it's time to go to bed. Because sometimes we get in our way and we want to stay up and watch another show, or we have more work to be done. And our bodies are telling us it's time to go to bed, but we're reaching to munch for something to keep us awake when we should actually be putting our head on the pillow and getting ready for the next day. So, number 2, exercise. Exercise is great, but not too late in the day. Try to exercise at least 30 minutes on most days, but not late or later than 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. That's a pretty simple one. I choose to exercise early in the morning because I get up early, because I set an alarm, because it become a habit, a schedule. How about it? That's a little tip from number 1 that we just talked about. Number 3, avoid caffeine and nicotine. Coffee, colas, certain teas, and chocolate contain a stimulant called caffeine, as we all know, and its effects can take as long as 8 hours to wear off fully. Therefore, a cup of coffee in late afternoon may make it hard for you to fall asleep at night. Nicotine is also a stimulant, often causing smokers to sleep only very lightly. In addition, smokers often wake up too early in the morning because of nicotine withdrawal. They got to go have a smoke. This is a tough one, folks, because we stimulate our day so much with coffee, tea, and those smokers out there to get us through the day. And the reason why is we're not having good sleep habits to begin with. So do your best to avoid these things later in the day as much as possible so that your body can wind down and get into that mode of restful sleep. Number 4, avoid alcoholic drinks before bed. You know, we live in a society where we want to unwind and we think that alcohol can take our troubles away. You know, some folks would hold on to a glass of wine at night before bed. But having a nightcap or an alcoholic beverage before sleep may relax you, but heavy use robs you of REM sleep, rapid eye movement, keeping you in the lighter stages of sleep. Heavy alcohol ingestion also may contribute to impairment in breathing at night. You also tend to wake up in the middle of the night when the effects of the alcohol wear off, which means you got to go pee because your blood sugar dropped. Not a good way to set the tone for a good sleep habit. So, what have we heard so far? Get a sleep schedule. Exercise, but not too late. Avoid stimulants like caffeine, chocolate, or nicotine later on at night. And avoid alcoholic drinks late at night. Now, number 5, avoid large meals and beverages late at night. A light snack is okay, but a large meal can cause indigestion, which interferes with sleep. And then drinking too many fluids at night can cause frequent awakenings to urinate. So, again, it's self-control, discipline of cutting things off by a certain time. Having a light snack isn't going to hurt things, but when we have a big full meal late at night, your liver does a lot of work of breaking things down, sending out those enzymes. Your large intestines are doing its job of absorbing all that waste product out and get ready to excrete it in the other end. Okay. So these habits are meant to help serve you rather than harm you. So be a wise steward of what you got. And number 6, rounding out the corner for today's special to help hopefully not to make you fall asleep even more here today. But number 6, and this one here, I want you to hold on to this one a little bit. And this is where you're going to need some help, because with this one, I'm not advocating not taking medications, but maybe working with your family doctor of your timing of taking certain medications. So if possible, avoid medications that delay or disrupt your sleep. Okay, that doesn't mean stop taking them, but maybe we work with our family physician and taking them at specific times that are not later in the day that can create some issues. So let's dive into why. Some commonly prescribed heart, blood pressure, or even asthma medications, as well as some over-the-counter and herbal remedies for coughs, colds, or even allergies can disrupt sleep patterns. If you have trouble sleeping, talk to your healthcare provider or pharmacist to see whether any drugs you are taking can contribute to your insomnia, and ask whether they can be taken at other times during the day or earlier in the evening. Okay, so I preface this first, not to stop taking them, but get in touch with your family healthcare provider or even your pharmacist to see how can we tweak this so that these particular chemicals that we're putting in our body, or even herbs and some supplements, to not create a stimulatory effect later on in the day and rob us of our perfect sleep pattern. How about we talk to our docs about the medications that we're taking and see when can we take them to not trip us up on our sleep habits, and number 5, we're going backwards here to recap. Number 5, not taking a big, heavy meal and drinking lots at the end of the day and not having that nightcap. You can do something else, okay? And maybe we avoid caffeine later in the day or stimulants like smoking. You know, it's probably a good idea to stop smoking anyways. And how about we exercise? Exercise gets your body in that rhythm, but not doing it so late in the day. And number 1, let's have a sleep schedule and stick to it. At the same time that we wake up every day, but yet keeping that same active time of going to bed and getting ready for the next day of stress, attention, activities, or success. tune into the next one so that we can finish up our 12 tips for healthy sleeping. As we got this from the NIH Medline Plus out of the book that we've been reading here, Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams by Matthew Walker.